Hello and welcome to the Top 10 Business Ideas video series. So I put this video series together because I know in talking with different people that a lot of people do want to start something on their own. They're interested in that entrepreneur lifestyle. They're interested in opening up their own business, but they have no idea where to start. Or perhaps they have a lot of ideas, but they don't know what would be the best for them, what is worth investing a lot of time and money into. So in this 10-part series, I'm going to go over 10 broad business categories and then specific examples to give you some ideas of what that business might look like. In addition to the examples, I'm going to go over a list of pros and then a list of cons. So whenever I'm going through these, think of what would apply to you, what your values are, what your end goal is, what you really want to do when opening up your own business. So I hope that you find this helpful. I hope that it gives you some clarity, and please feel free to reach out. I'll put all my contact info below. And if you like the video, like and subscribe. And I hope that you are able to find your next amazing business idea. All right, enjoy. Welcome back to our 10-part video series of business startup ideas. So this is video number 9, business idea number 9, which is a business developed around a better way to do things. So if you know how to do something really well, you can make a business out of it, and I'm going to show you how. So what is this type of business? This can be a service that you offer. It can be a program that you put together. It can be a software or an app, or it can be a product. And it is anything that makes your customer's life better. Makes their life easier, and it saves them time. People value their time, and they pay for things that save them time. So do you have a great technique for blank? Do you have a great idea for blank? Fill that in. And as we go through this video, start to brainstorm how you can turn that into a business. So some examples could be cooking services. There's a lot of boxed up meal plans. People, they save time. They don't want to think about meal planning. If you know a great way that you can serve up healthy, fresh, organic, whatever it is, meals, that is a better way to do things. It can be organizational services. People are busy, they don't have time to organize. If you can teach them how to easily keep their life more organized or their work more organized, they'll pay for that. Phone apps have been huge lately. So if you have a phone app that is going to help people, is going to show a better way to do things, people will pay for it. It can also be workout plans. So similar to the cooking services or the food plans, people want to know the best way to work out to achieve the results they want to achieve, and you can provide them that kind of plan. And also computer software. Again, it's a better way to do things. It makes people's lives easier. So as you're brainstorming all the ways that you can turn your ideas and your techniques into a business, let's go over some of the main pros of starting this kind of business. So the first one is people will pay for things that make their lives easier. Figure out your potential customers' pain points. And this means areas that they struggle in or things that they hate doing. If you can offer solutions to these pains, they will pay money for it. An example could be parenting techniques for raising children with ADHD. Many parents feel frustrated and feel lost. If you write a book or provide services to help them implement helpful techniques, many will take advantage of these services. A second pro is that it can be passive or active. And if you're not familiar with these terms, I've gone over it pretty extensively in other videos and also in the introductory video. But basically, passive income is where you set up structures and you don't have the direct exchange of your time for money. You can make money when you sleep or from anywhere, essentially. And then active is more of like a service. If you provide a service and people provide you money, it's that direct exchange of your time. So you can make this type of business an information-based business, which is video 8 is information-based business. So if you haven't watched that yet, go ahead and watch that. Or you can make it a service-based business, which I also have a whole video about service-based business in this series. So you can make it either one of those, or you can make it both. So you can have a book and a blog about how to do a certain thing better, but you can also offer coaching and consultation. So there you go. You have the book and the blog, which is information-based. And then you offer coaching and consultation where you work one-on-one or in a group or with a family, and that is service-based. You can also have apps and software programs that can be downloaded months and years after you develop them. So that's going to be more passive because you put all the effort in one time, and then you can continue to make money. You know, you don't have to be there every single time somebody downloads that app. Just a note with apps and software, you will have to continue to update them and provide customer service because they get glitchy often or people don't know how to use them. So there will need to be that in place, but they are primarily passive and definitely lucrative if you do it right and people are willing to pay for it. So the third pro is that you can turn things you do in your own life into money-making programs. So ask yourself this: have your friends ever asked you how you do something? Are they ever amazed at something you're able to do and make it look so easy? For example, how do you always stay organized? Or how do you manage to always eat healthy with such a busy lifestyle? Anytime somebody asks you this, these are opportunities to examine what you do differently or what you do better than others, and think about how you can then help others to do the same and build a business off that. The fourth and final pro is that there's often little overhead that you need, and this really just depends on the business and your business model. So you can start a business like this with a simple email address or phone number that people use to contact you. You know, so if you were offering coaching or consulting, then you don't need a lot. You know, you just need a way for people to contact you. If you want to market your services online or in the community, there can be costs associated with that, and most of the time you have to market. But you do have the option to start small and invest money as your business begins to profit. So you can do this part-time while you keep your full-time job. You can build your experience, you can build your customer base, and then as you make more money, then you can put more money into that business through marketing. All right, so with pros, there's always cons, and let's just get right into them. The first potential con is that there needs to be a market. Your business needs to meet the needs of enough people to make a profit. Ask yourself, is this something that many people will pay for? Then ask others if they would pay for a service like the one you are offering. So you might tell people you have an idea of how to do something. They say, oh yeah, that's great. Ask them if they pay for it, because that changes things. It might be a great idea, but they're not going to put their money into it. You want to get as much information as you can about what people are struggling with so that you can effectively structure and also market your services. For example, if you want to teach people a better way to handle stress at work, there are plenty of different ways you can do this. Find out what about work causes stress and what causes so much stress, and make a program to address this in particular. So it's not just a program to help you handle stress better. It is a program to help you do X, Y, and Z that is going to alleviate A, B, and C. You know, get pretty specific about it. The second potential con is that you have the potential to only have one-time customers. If you solve your customers' problems, then they won't need to come back, unfortunately. I mean, it's great, but not so great for your business. You have to consider this when devising a marketing strategy. You can always expand your business to create new products and services for returning customers, or develop a plan for consistent new customer acquisition, such as a referral program. You know, if somebody was really happy with your services, then they can refer, they can get something, and whoever they refer can get a discount. You know, come up with something like that. Or you can, let's say you do like a work stress program, you can have one program that covers just, you know, scheduling stress. Maybe then you offer another program that just focuses on meditation at work. You can branch out so that you can teach people to do things better in multiple different areas that are all within the same niche. So the third potential con is that it can be very time consuming. If you provide services or classes, then you will need to exchange your time for money. You may also have to provide free consults in order to get sales or spend a great deal of time networking and meeting potential customers. So at first, you may have to spend a lot of time without making a lot of money to acquire customers and establish a reputation. So for example, if you are a dog trainer and you offer a very expensive dog training program, you might have to do an in-home consultation and kind of show off your skills, and then people might buy, and maybe 50% of the people will buy. Well, 50% of those, you did it and you did not get that sale. That's just something to consider. The fourth con is you have to think, are you the only one who knows how to do this? And can you train others? If you're the only one who knows these skills, then you will be the sole member of your business. If you provide direct services, then your business will be limited in its capacity to grow. So having a plan to grow and teach others what you know will be beneficial for the growth of your company. So you might start out a one-man show, but you definitely want to plan to be able to build it. And along the same lines, you might not be able to scale or expand. And there are many reasons why you would not be able to scale or expand, such as being a one-man show, like I mentioned, only offering one service, like I mentioned, and it's not designed for repeat customers, or you have a limited demographic. So, for example, if you teach a new parent class in a community where the average age is 50, you might not be able to scale. You will have to target the few new parents in that area, but it will be a one-time service and one-time customers. And also, let's say you're the only one who knows this information and you didn't train anybody else. Well, then you're the only one who's going to be teaching it, and it will require a lot of your time to do the consults, to do the traveling, and you're doing all this stuff and you don't have that time to scale or to expand your business because you are just so caught up in the actual business. So definitely all things to keep in mind. So let's go ahead and wrap everything up with a quick overview of what we went over. This type of business is basically selling a product or service that helps provide a better way of doing things. It makes something easier for somebody. It can save them time or effort. Some pros are that it can be passive or active. It can be very lucrative depending on the business, and there are a lot of options. And there's also oftentimes low overhead. Now, some of the cons are that you need to find customers and you need to make sure that you can either acquire enough new customers or that you'll have repeat customers. So those are things you need to think through. It can be very time consuming. So you might have to do free consults before you actually get any sales. And you might not be able to scale or expand depending on what your business is. If you solve one problem with only one product or one service, then you're not able to really scale that. So you'll have to start thinking of ways that you can scale and expand with maybe similar but different products or services that you can sell. All right, so that was video 9 of our 10-part business startup video series. We only have one more to go. And the very last one is nonprofit organizations. If you are very passionate about a particular area and helping a group of people or the environment or animals, then I encourage you to watch the nonprofit video, and so you can kind of see what that's all about. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Thank you for watching, and if you would like more information, please go to www.mymbse, that's mymbse.com. And if you would like to receive your free copy of the top 10 mistakes of new entrepreneurs and how to prevent them, click below for details on how to get that.